take a step back. Don't look at it so literally about what content can I create with this product. Look at it as what can I create that will bring in an audience that is interested in buying my product.
We interrupt this program to bring you this important message. Welcome to Marketing Interruption, a daily podcast powered by BlueTuskr that interrupts your day with marketing news, tips and strategies from an entrepreneur who lives and breathes marketing. Now, let the interruption begin with your host, Andrew Maff.
Hello and welcome to episode number 75 of the Marketing Interruption podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Maffetone, and today I'm recapping the week. So this week we talked about YouTube content. We talked about Twitter content, sort of. We talked about people using way too many newsletters. We talked about a lot of different stuff today, and it kind of came down to the two interesting ones with the YouTube and Twitter. A lot of questions on that about different content on what to use for certain sellers. And look, every seller should think about this going forward. No matter what book you read, no matter what podcast you listen to, no matter what blog you read or any kind of content that you take in, you always have to take into account that it depends. Like, it always depends. It depends on what you sell. It depends on who you sell it to. It depends on how you want your business to be run. Twitter is not perfect for every single company, but it never hurts to have some kind of just some kind of presence on Twitter, or even some kind of presence on YouTube. Look, some of the ideas I gave work for the general population of e-commerce sellers, but not all of them. I know that there are some out there that are more B2B and don't think Twitter's that great for them when they only get like a handful of customers a month, or some are really general and sell things like water and it's tough for them to do YouTube. And there's some out there where it's difficult, but you really got to sit down and try to get creative with it. Because if you think that your brand is boring and you think there's really no way for you to market it very well, then you're just not thinking correctly, because it's not true. You can market anything and make it interesting. There's a ton of companies out there that sell and advertise very boring companies. Look at insurance. Insurance has some of the funniest commercials I've ever seen. Some of their advertisements that I've seen are great and they're really well done. Insurance is boring as hell. There's nothing fun about insurance for anyone. You literally are paying a monthly payment in case something happens. You don't get anything out of it except the peace of mind. So that's one of the most difficult things to market, and it can still be done. So there's still products out there that can be done. I know this is a recap week, and I kind of went through all that stuff, but I really want to sell the fact here that you have to sit back and not think about how do I sell my product. You have to think about how do I communicate with my customer base or with this type of community. All they have to do is know who you are, and you have to try to bring them into an area where you can control the conversation, and the rest will come. You don't have to worry about every single piece of content you do on YouTube, or how many newsletters you write and things like that, and then understand that it all has to do with my product. I have to mention my product. I have to sell. It's all conversion, blah, blah. It's all ROI driven, and it should be. But at the same time, you have to do things that aren't scalable. There's things that you're going to get done that you're just not going to be able to track a direct conversion to, and that's okay. It needs to be kind of more of a holistic approach. The more that you can build this community, the more that they learn your name, and they will come to you when they're ready to shop. Your YouTube videos may not have anything to do with your product line, but if you can retarget all those viewers using YouTube ads or Google ads, then you can obviously sell your product to them at a later date. Twitter, same concept. You may be joining in on conversations, and then you may start to get followers, and then when you post things, that is when you can start to reference your product line. It doesn't always have to be exactly about your product line. It has to be about the community that you're trying to sell to. What is it they're into? So this all comes down to getting to know your customer, building out a customer profile, and understanding who your customer is. Customer research has never been easier than it has been before. Market research is a joke now because you could just do something like SurveyMonkey and send it out to your customers. So think about that. Try to think outside the box. Everyone kind of panicked over like, how do I do this? And you said I could do this and blah blah blah. But take a step back. Don't look at it so literally about what content can I create with this product. Look at it as what can I create that will bring in an audience that is interested in buying my product. So that's all I had for this episode today. It was a good week, a lot of opinions. If you have anything you want me to go over next week or in the future, or you have questions about what I talked about this week, shoot me an email, marketinginterruption@BlueTuskr.com, or DM us or DM me somewhere, Andrew Maff or Marketing Interruption, that kind of stuff. But thanks for coming, and I will talk to y'all next week. Rate, review, subscribe, and see you then.
Thank you for joining us for today's Marketing Interruption. Make sure to rate, review and subscribe to the show. And don't forget to email marketinginterruption@BlueTuskr.com with any marketing questions you'd like to have answered on the show. And head over to marketinginterruption.bluetuskr.com to catch up on past episodes. Until next time, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.